Hello, Internet. Welcome to Crit Chronicles and welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the award winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. If you have not played Baldur's Gate 3, or if you have not watched the other episodes of this show, I mean, obviously spoilers abound, so just be aware of that. Couple quick announcements before we get rolling here. First off, until May 4th, Star Wars. If you give us a follow, you'll be entered into a giveaway because some wonderful people at Kobold Press gave me a starter set of Tales of the Valiant to give away to one lucky new follower. So, if you're a fan of 5e and want to expand your library, I highly recommend Tales of the Valiant. It is super fun. You can watch it on Thursday nights if you want. But yes, for the next month, any follows that come through, you will be added into the giveaway. So, do that. Also, as you could see on the starting soon screen and right now, the Crit Awards nominations are live. So if you have a particular favorite content creator in the TTRPG space, whether they be a podcast, a live actual play pre-recorded, or if you have a favorite character artist or game supplement book, the Crit Awards nominations are open. Go to @Crit Awards on Instagram and whatnot to nominate your favorite creators because we like supporting this space and we want to see people be rewarded for all of the love and hard work they put into their craft. So with all of that in mind, we have a wonderful cast that we would like to reintroduce before tonight's festivities. Take it away, my beautiful cast.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find me on all the places at lauren-urban.com. I'm playing Udazash, also she, her, the Dragonborn Ranger, who is totally excited about an ambush. Really excited about an ambush. Probably too excited about an ambush.
Hi, Omega Jones here, also known as Crate across all social media channels, except the places I'm not. I pronounce it he and they. I play Leopold Guthmore, a youngin' who's just trying to, figure out what's next with his squid-like life.
He's doing his best. Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me usually all over the internet as some iteration of _Laura Tutu on most of the social medias. But tonight I am playing the Hexblood Celestial Warlock, Winifred Fithiak.
Hello everyone, my name is PJ McGaw and I'm playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tattooist tiefling with a penchant for bad deal making. We are both he, him, and I'm looking forward to a little fighty fight. We'll see what happens tonight. Until then, back over to you, Cujo.
Timing. Okay. And I am Cujo. I am your chronicler for this evening. I will be everyone else. When last we left our intrepid heroes, one portion of this group had ventured with Gable to find the druid Halsin, who had informed them of the Brightshield Order's stronghold, where he believes that those with dragon blood lineage or dragonborn are being housed. Many disappearances in the city, matching those in Baldur's Gate, have been noticed in Elturel, and Halsin had been investigating. One group who had met with Halsin decided that they were going to venture up to the upper level of Elturel to investigate and do a little bit of reconnaissance. At the same time, Leopold and his two friends had been sent out on an assignment from Granny. There was a good friend to the bakery and to her that had not reported in, as she did every morning for her croissant. Leopold managed to cleverly and with all of the charisma ever, along with some awesome support from managed to get up to the upper level as well, where all of the party members reunited and they began to form a plan. As they investigated this enclave belonging to the Brightshield Order and observed this barrier around the enclave that was an anti-magic zone, they noticed someone else approach and be allowed in. An individual wearing a dark cloak, but whose flesh was seen as red dragon scales. They had been allowed into the Enclave through the use of some arcane bracelets that, when worn, you are not subject to the anti-magic effects of the zone. In order to gain entry, our party decided that they would set up an ambush, as Gable had let them know that one of their compatriots, Shale, had some history with the Brightshield Order. They summoned Hulson with Shale to an alleyway near an old building that looked at one point to have belonged to a noble that now lies in ruins. And that is where we had left off as our party decided to plan their ambush. So, my intrepid heroes, what happens next?
So Shale and Halson have arrived.
Yes.
Okay.
Halson wears a dark brown cloak that covers the majority of his form. The hood kind of comes to an awkward point that sort of bends to one side. And Shale is walking, wearing what looks to be just a completely different outfit. Her hair is disguised as long, black, and curly. And she is taking on the appearance of a normal human. But they both find you behind the building, and Halson gives a greeting while kind of keeping an eye, making sure that nobody is keying in to your little clandestine meeting.
I have never met Halson before, correct?
That is correct. You see Halson with a little bit of a belly and a little bit of a beard starting to grow in that has not been kept in some time.
I think he just kind of like, oh, hello.
Hello. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, right, of course. Sorry. Leopold, this is Master Halson of the Emerald Grove. We're helping him.
Oh, hello, Master Halson. It's nice to meet you.
Wonderful to make your acquaintance, Leopold. As the tension still sort of settles, Shale kind of looks around. She looks uncomfortable, but she gives one of those smiles like, well, what are we doing?
The building that we've found, this winery, it's abandoned, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll kind of look at everybody. So do we want to do the ambush in the building? In the back of the building? Anyone have a preference? I think in the building probably gives us the most cover, especially for not alerting anybody.
Yeah, I assume we'd be in the building, me. Probably someplace dark, or maybe even secluded. Do we know if it's got like little mini rooms in there?
Wait, are we talking about the room that's the building that's inside of the anti-magic space?
No, this one right here. This
Oh.
old winery place.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was lost. The building could be anything. Sorry.
Oh, that's true.
If there's a winery, then that means there's got to be a cellar, right? That's the perfect place. Dark, secluded, a building within a building, basically.
I mean, at the very least, I could potentially lead them in here, and then once they're unconscious, we just throw them in the cellar.
Could do that.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yes. How do we lure them here? I mean, I can also be like, hello, and like, do the mind stuff, but I don't really know how far I can go with it. But I could at least make them less antagonistic.
Well, yeah.
I can try to at least.
I can, and when he looks to Shale and kind of does that, like, sorry grimace. Well, if I'm gonna be running around with Shale's face on, Shale, dear, how enthusiastic are they gonna be once they see you?
The majority of them won't be very, but there are a select few that upon hearing Word will come to have a conversation, I'm sure.
Since you're here, would you rather run point on this?
I also feel like we just shouldn't just sacrifice your well-being just to get some bracelets. You know, if I need to just implode things, I don't know how, but I can find out how.
Yeah, your face is your share. If you don't want to do it, that's your safety. We can respect that.
No, it's fine. We are here to rescue those who have been captured, like those we have heard about in other cities. So, it's fine. I'll know who to look for. And I'm sure I can get their attention.
Now, just to be clear, when you say have a conversation, do you really mean have a conversation? Or is this like when people use those air quotes things and did they mean like have a conversation, like try to grab you?
It will most likely start as a conversation, rather one-sided, and then it will probably devolve into the second.
Okay. So I'm going to come with and be sneaky and follow you just in case they decide to skip the conversation and go straight to the grabbing parts of the conversation.
As you wish.
I do wish.
If you need me there, I'm there. No questions asked. Rasha?
Well, it will mean more to them, and I'll be seen as an easy target if I am not seen with anyone. So, it's fine. I'll be fine. Udazash will keep an eye out, and be back here before anything goes wrong.
Then you can wait for a moment. Yes, just one. No, just
Sure.
just to make sure. One moment is going to be like a couple of moments, I think.
Okay.
A couple of moments is going to be like 10 minutes.
Oh, all right.
Probably
sure.
give or take. So like, you can practice your acting ability, or if that's what is required now. I'm sure I was trying to practice as you. And it didn't work.
Well, now I need to see more of it, so.
Well, I can't do it now because I need to focus for the 10 minutes.
Oh, got it. Well, perhaps next time then.
Mm-hmm.
While he is focusing, we can probably take a quick look inside of the vinery for, like, where we want to take the people who are going to be having a conversation with you.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right. Yeah. So, DM, is there a cellar?
Make me an investigation check.
Ah, shit.
Can I help Winifred with this?
Oh,
Please help.
yeah, that's fine.
Scoping out the place.
Ooh. 19.
19.
19.
Hey.
Ugh.
You step in through the broken doorway, and the smell of old wood and long since expired wine kind of like burns your nostrils just a little bit, but you get
That
used to it
smells like
rather
vinegar.
quickly. It pretty much just smells like straight
It's
up
red wine
vinegar
vinegar in here.
It's red wine vinegar. This place had a bar top that has been completely destroyed. There were several tables pushed up against a wall that had a nice big long window that obviously at this point is now completely shattered. You still see some bits of like brimstone and elements from the hells just sort of around. But as you sort of sift through, you look behind the bar and you can see outlined in the dust a little bit of an indentation in the wooden floor planks. You find the iron ring, and you lift up a trapdoor leading into a cellar where that smell only gets worse.
Oh, God.
Only now you're smelling old, dead flesh.
What?
Old, dead flesh.
Well, that's not just vinegar down there.
Nope. Something died down there. Yeah, there's a small string of expletives in Sylvan.
If this were a comic, you just see a word bubble of just symbols.
Yeah.
If you drop a particularly spicy one, Udazash just gives you a nod, like, yeah.
In that speech bubble, is it like wingdings? Like, what is the font for Sylvan?
Curses are in wingdings.
Wingdings is wild energy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I should also point out that apparently I have lied.
How
I
dare.
didn't do that. For some reason, Dean, to be honest, yeah, you see that big R with the ritual? Yeah, sorcerers can't do rituals. I knew that. I totally,
Ritual
totally
caster
fine.
thing.
You never know when a subclass is going to let you do something weird, so it's always
Yeah.
good to look.
Yeah, no. But it's okay because I still can do it. I'm still gonna say it's 10 minutes because again, he don't know these things.
That's fair.
And as he's doing it, you see him almost like tossing things back and forth, like almost as if he's playing with something. He probably does have like rocks or something that he's playing with, but each time he tosses something back, it's converting a spell slot into sorcery points into spell slots. And he's just figuring it out in his head, almost like I don't know if you all seen those. Listen, kids are the future. I don't know if you've seen those kids who do like the quick math. And they're like, it's very much like that. Like he's just playing in his head. So he ends up converting sorcery. I converted the third level into sorcery points, and then use those with the 2 I had. So I have 0 sorcery points left, and I have Rary's telepathic bonded on everyone.
Okay.
Hey!
As you're
Awesome.
doing this motion and sort of focusing, Halson kind of looks. This is unfamiliar casting of magic, and Shale goes. Sorcerers. I did the same when I was learning.
Yes. Well, to be fair, I wasn't originally. You all, I guess it's called the sorcerer because it's I guess you don't have to learn to do it. You just do it, right?
Innate, yes.
I was originally learning, back in Baldur's Gate, and then thing happened, and now it's kind of just here. So I haven't had to, that. And he's being vague because he also realizes he doesn't know Halson.
Halson goes, "What thing do you refer to?"
Nothing. Just circumstance.
Interesting. And he just completely, over his head, over his tall head.
Bless his heart.
Bless his himbo heart.
We love a himbo Halson.
Yes. Winnie and Udazash. And Marcus, what are you doing? Are you joining them in this investigation too?
I mean, yeah, they don't mind the company.
Yeah. All right. Oh, fuck. She's cute and adorable. She's got a foul goddamn mouth.
Just like the one. It's giving energy.
God damn it. Winnie is still cursing under her breath, is gonna carefully creep her way down the stairs. And if there's an empty bottle at the bottom of the stairs, she's gonna point at it and cast light.
Okay.
And I will follow.
The light illuminates, and some of the light's a little muddled because of the cakes of dust and grime and all that, but it's lighting. You step downstairs. You can see several casks of wine that look like they have been untouched. You can also see what looks like a blanket or a rug of some kind that's been laid out that also has been grimy and filled with dust and whatnot. And on top of it, I can't words today, are two skeletons, with the flesh mostly having been rotted away. And the way that they are positioned, it doesn't take much to see that these were two who had found some sort of safety down here and decided to meet their end together.
Winifred kind of sighs at the sight. Zash, can you help me lay them out?
Of course.
And with Zash's help, Winifred will lay them flat on the blanket and use the blanket to cover them. Say a quick last rites.
With your 19 investigation from earlier, you spot on their forms a ring of gold on each of these skeletons that look to have been untouched by dust, by time, by anything. They still sort of gleam with a beautiful gold.
Would that be due to magic interference?
Make me an Arcana check.
Ugh, fuck off.
Oh,
I give
I want to play this
assistance on
dice game and not
Arcana?
roll dice.
Yeah.
No, it's mostly the intelligence-based shit.
Can I give assistance on Arcana? Because I am proficient. I just only have a
that's
+5.
fine. That's fine.
Thanks. 14.
Okay. In your experience, items that don't show any wear and tear over time very much are magical items.
These might come in handy.
What, the rings?
Aye.
Well, they are not using them anymore.
Decidedly not. And in Celestial, it's not a ritual because she doesn't have a ritual for this, but all adventurers, I'm sure, have witnessed something like this, have known that the items on this corpse could be used by someone else, could be used to protect yourself, protect your party. So Winnie, if she comes across things like this in the past, will always ask permission before she takes.
Okay.
It's like how you're supposed to thank the creature that you kill before you butcher it for food, or say thank you to the herbs that you gather.
Okay. You verbalize the thank you. And there's something in the air that just calms. Almost like a wordless, languageless acknowledgement.
You can rest now. You can rest.
You feel a little tickle on the back of your neck and know that that is a sort of a term of or a gesture of maybe a little rambunctiousness, but also goodwill.
They'll be all right. And I will take the rings.
Okay.
All right. So, Shale gets the guards here. Master Helmhammer, if you could hit hard and fast, we can chuck them down here, take the bracelets, and go.
That's one of many things I do, Chef.
Are we in agreement?
Sounds like we got a plan.
Do
All we
you
gotta do
want
is
me
do it.
to hit hard and fast? I mean, all of my arrows hit very hard and very fast.
Oh,
But
Zash.
Can you use the bow itself to like crack on the noggin? Like whap with it.
I mean, I could, but it is a very ineffective use of my bow, and me, and my bow.
Zash, if we could potentially just go for unconsciousness as opposed to death, I think that would potentially make our lives a little easier while we're here.
Phil?
They'll be down here in the cellar. They won't be able to get out. You could take a plank of wood, shove it in the ring. They won't be able to push their way out. Dead bodies are difficult to deal with.
I mean, dead bodies are easy to deal with. We just forget about them. If we trap them down here, we're going to have to let them out once we're done.
Uri, I think the name of the game here is delicacy. We don't want to be a bit too much. We want to keep a low profile. Us killing them is going to give us a whole bunch of mess we don't want. So let's keep them unconscious. I'm going to tie them up. You can tie them up. We'll throw them down there in the cellar. And if you want to kill them when all is said and done, I mean, I'm going to look at I'm not going to tell nobody. But for now, let's just make sure we don't kill them.
Please, Zash.
All right, I will do my best and not, but then we're going to have to come back here and let them out, and they're not going to be very happy about it.
Or their friends will find him eventually.
I mean, I was going to say, we don't have to do nothing when they're down here. We could just...
No, I'm not leaving them trapped down here. That's just cruel.
When he sort of thumbs to the covered skeletons. That's a mess of karma I don't really want on my soul. I got
No,
enough.
that's too much like being caged up, and I will not. No, if we want to leave them trapped here for a little while so that they stay out of the way, that I will do. But then I am coming back here to make sure that they are not left here. And yeah,
At the very least, we come back and pull the block off the cellar, and they can get out of their own. We don't
I
have
was
to.
always going to say, we'd leave a little note saying, we got two of yours down here. Please pull a lever. Let them out. I'm sure they're hungry. You know, we don't have to do everything ourselves. They are a self-sufficient group, they are. So let them do it.
are you suggesting that when we go into the big fort thing that we're going to tell them to come here? Because
No.
are you suggesting that we're going to like try to make unconscious all the people in the fort?
Oh, I'm not going to make them unconscious, me. But I'm saying we leave a note for these two down here. So when they come over, they see the note like, oh, well, Ricky and Bobby are down there. We got to get them out. And then they pull the wood. They open it up. There's Ricky and Bobby looking a mess of time.
Marcus, I think you're getting a little too in the weeds there.
Putting the cart before the horse. I understand.
We
Haven't even met Ricky and Bobby yet. Either way, if this is what we're going to do, then I will make sure to come back here so that they will get out. That's all I'm saying.
At the very least, we can make sure that the door isn't locked when we're done so they can get out of their own accord. But we are burning daylight.
Okay. That being said, I will do my best to knock them out with arrows, but if someone of our friends are in real danger, I reserve the right to knock them out really hard with an arrow.
Yeah, real mortal danger aside, yeah.
Okay.
That's
That is fair.
acceptable. That's acceptable. And as they go back up, as Winnie passes Marcus, she kind of like brushes against him, and I will use that to cast Mage Armor. Because I can do that at will, and rules is written say I can put it on other people.
Rules is waiting.
Rules as written.
Definitely walk around. All of a sudden, like the sheen of the magic armor comes over me. It's like whoa. I look I look up and I see her. I'm like, okay, all right.
No, Marcus, it's you know what Winnie's healing magic feels like. It feels like someone walking over your grave.
Mm-hmm. So it's like that, like
cold. It is cold. And as you walk up the stairs, there's a couple of shadowy raven's feathers that sort of drop from your shoulders. And then it's gone.
All right.
I just want to make sure it's clear that this entire conversation happened in the cellar, away from Shale, Housen, and Leopold.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Winnie will also tell them when they get back upstairs.
That's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure it was clear. Leopold would have had some feelings if he heard things. So I just wanted to be clear that that was a trio conversation and not a everyone conversation.
Gotcha. All right. Shale says, I suppose this is the time. Okay.
Jill, do you have a general idea where you're going to go?
I know exactly where I'm going to go.
Okay, will you tell me exactly where you're going to go, and then I will shadow you.
There is a bar that is just a short walk from the Enclave. They frequent it a lot. I'm just going to walk by, order myself a small drink, and then make my way outside, and then immediately start walking back here.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because we know they came from the lower spot and had to come up, we would have been waiting for them. Would they go constitute at a short rest?
Yes, absolutely.
Slay. I will get 4 sorcery points back.
You know,
I know where you live.
I think I have a new goal with every game. That is to get a glare or a from Omega.
Cool.
But yes, it should be relatively easy. So,
and if things go awkward for you, or if things just go awry, then everyone in the group, including Gable and Housen, kind of re-upped it, in mind will hear, just think hard and I will hear it. Well, with intent of me hearing it, and I will hear it. Again, heard in everyone's mind. And there's still the awkward speech pattern within the mental speaking.
Yeah. Halson, haven't felt this in quite a long time. And then he's like really focuses. And then you hear him think, when you say think hard, do you mean the word hard or focus intensely?
I think all you have to do is think normally. But I can't just hear anything that you say or are thinking about. You have to want me to see it by speaking it in your mind that you want me to. I don't know the ins and outs of all this. Sorry.
At least for this bit, I like the idea that Mishka is in the distance somewhere, still connected, and is going, "Oh, I love listening to Leo explain how this works.
Door
it's my
slam.
favorite."
Still learning. You get a tadpole in your head, okay?
Oh, you also had a tadpole. I'm pleased to see you were able to have it removed.
He takes a step away from Housen. Does not respond, though his ahas and hms are probably saying more than he wants to, but definitely steps away when he's talking about getting it removed. Just like,
all right.
It is always fun when we have these kind of mental conversations. It's always a surprise. Okay. Shale, stay safe. I will be around even if you cannot know that I am around.
All right. She lets the disguised self drop. I'll be back in a few. And she walks away.
As she walks away, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
I'm going to give everybody a little, and I'm going to follow her at a little bit of a distance, like weaving in and out of buildings and stuff, try to parallel her. And if I need to climb onto buildings to do it, to
Mhm.
stay out of everybody else's sight, but keep on an eye on her. I don't ever want to lose sight of her. So I want to stay stealthed, but I will give up stealth to keep my eyes on her,
Okay.
if that
All
makes
right.
sense.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and make me a stealth check, please.
Okay. That is a 35.
Only a 35.
Pass Without Trace. Gotta love it. When you're not a
Um,
rogue, you gotta love it.
Yep. Okay. You follow behind her, and she walks a little uneasy at first, but then she kind of takes a breath, kind of holds her head up, and you can almost see her remember who she is as she then starts to walk again. And she's got that air of cold confidence about her. She stays along the main road, and you notice that there are some on the street who kind of give a glance in her direction. Not quite with a look of recognition, not like, oh, that's Shale, but there's a look of acknowledgement almost. She continues, and you see that she approaches a small tavern that has that is you can see it's well lit through the windows. It looks like it's got a very nice warm atmosphere, even with the Brightshield armored wearing individuals at the bar, some with their helmets off, laughing, enjoying each other, whatever. Until she walks in, and you can see everyone, like some mid-drink, stop and look, and the temperature shifts. She stands in the doorway for a moment, steels herself. You see her approach the bar, order something from the bartender. They bring out just a small, almost like a shot glass filled with an amber liquid. And everyone's watching her closely. Make me a perception check.
25.
With a 25, you notice a couple of these Brightshield members glance at two at the end of the bar. One is wearing the cleric's robes, still with a Brightshield symbol, but they're wearing noticeably cleric's robes matching the ones that you had seen earlier with the one who was charging the bracelet. The other one looks to be wearing one of those heavier sets of armor. The one wearing the heavier set of armor has a sort of like a Viking braid of dark red that kind of extends down past the middle of their back. And they've got, looks like some sort of runic tattoos going from their temples all the way down to their jawline. Sort of a goatee. The other has shoulder-length dark hair, and their eyes have this sort of frosted blue. But you see that they watch closely, and their expressions are a little bit more intense than the others.
And do they have bracelets?
With a 25, you can see bracelets on their wrists, but you also remember that the cleric who had approached that individual earlier had pulled one from a pack, like the inside of their robes. So it's reasonable to assume that the one with the shoulder-length dark hair will have more on hand.
Perhaps, yeah.
Shale takes the glass, almost acknowledges the two in the corner with a smile, shoots it, places the glass, and you see her drop a couple of coins and something else that was in her pocket, just haphazardly on the bar. Something bigger, almost like a medal of some kind. Drops them on the bar top. You see her say something. And then she turns and starts making her way towards the exit. Those in the bar, as she steps outside, don't move. The mood is still cold. And those same few Brightshield look to those two. They give a nod. The one with the heavy armor picks up their helmet, tucks it under their arm, and grabs their axe and slings it on their back. The other finishes whatever was in their tankard, sets it on the bar top, and both start making their way towards the same door.
So Uda's actually been very careful not to say anything in the telepathic bond, especially to Shale, because like Shale is working. And Udazash can see Shale working, but at this, especially since Shale has left and is potentially out of ear or eye shot of these two, will now, specifically to her, but I think everyone can hear, say, those two are following.
You hear, good. Those are the two I was hoping would follow.
And I'm gonna
go ahead.
continue to wait, watching the front to make sure it's just the two of them.
Okay. Make me another perception check.
Okay. Ugh. 13.
Okay. You don't see anybody else get up. The mood is still sour. Where before people were laughing, telling jokes, enjoying their beverages, relaxing. Now you can clearly see that they are having intense conversations amongst each other.
Okay. But these two are still the only ones who have left the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't saunter necessarily. They walk with a bit of a purpose, but they keep their distance for the moment from Shale as she walks down the main thoroughfare.
I will start to tail all three of them, keeping myself at distance to watch her and watch the two of them. And basically, I'm going to triangle this so that I could be in a position to get to her before they could if they decide to make a move. And when we're about like 2 minutes out, I'll give a warning. And when we're about a minute out, I'll give a warning.
Okay.
And just start giving those updates of like, Shale's going to arrive in about 2 minutes. Very bad people in about 1 minute. Just kind of giving that.
Mhm.
And when she goes in, I'm going to wait for the two of them to then go in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to continue to be stealthy and sneak in after them.
Okay. What is everybody else doing while this is happening?
When Shale and Itizash go out, I think Winnie would have relayed the general idea to Halson and Leo for input.
You see that he is just keeping his distance still from Alison. He says, when they get here, do we, sorry, I don't know what the plan is. Still, we're going to try to knock them out and get their stuff. Yes.
That's the plan. Likely easiest if we stash them in that cellar so they don't run off and sound the alarm. But
Yes, that makes sense. Yes. How do we knock out? Are we going to use Marcus to punch, or are we going to try to like cool their sense? What do you think is best? I don't do this thing.
to be fair, I don't usually do this either. Marcus is probably going to be the fastest as far as knocking him out, literally. But if you have anything, Leo, I'm all ears. With
stuff, I can do I can do a plethora of things. I think I can. I have a gut feeling that I can ease their emotions. Probably, I could probably also heighten their emotions if wanted, but I don't think we want that. I can hear what they're thinking. I think yes. I also can probably summon the very pits of the abyss, but I think that's probably just what I would like to do, but I don't think I actually can do that.
That's it. I think that might be a little bit of overkill, but
yes. I really don't think I can do that. Just to be clear, that is not in my wheel house.
No, that's you know what? That is perfectly fine. But
I'm not an adventurer, sorry. Not really.
You're with us, I think that counts.
Yes, I think I am adventuring. But I don't have the experience that you all have. Not really. I've been on the streets and trying to make a name. Well, not really a name, trying to make a living or survive, but haven't really done the dungeons and stuff. Have you been in a dungeon before?
Once or twice. There was on our way through, I guess what used to be the Shadow of Cursed Lands, this group of Myconids snatched somebody off the road, crawled down in this little crevice after him. It was dungeon adjacent, I think.
Oh, I see. That's fun.
It was something.
Okay, maybe not fun. It was an experience.
Yeah, we can call it that. But yeah, yes.
You survived.
Sorry. We did. We are still here, matron willing. Sorry. But yes, as far as I'm aware, plan is Marcus hits very hard. The ones that we want to be unconscious are unconscious. We take the bracelets and take it from there.
I see. Okay, well, I will follow your lead as far as what you think is best.
So we are shooting for unconscious then.
That's the plan.
All right. I suppose I can assist. And you watch as Halson's form shifts, and you watch his flesh turn to stone and his whole form shift to that of an earth elemental myrmidon.
That's
handy.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Can you all do that?
No. I can look like other people. I can't do that.
I can look like other people too, but that's a bit different.
That is what do you say? Out of my wheelhouse. That's out of my wheelhouse.
Oh, you and your wheelhouses. My goodness. How many wheelhouses do you have, and why don't you have everything in there? Sorry, I was thinking out loud. What are we talking about?
Is Is Halson sassing me?
No,
that was Gable.
Oh, Gable.
I was gonna say, like, this is very unlike Halson. What is happening?
Are you
Freaking
here to
Gable.
help? Are you here to help us, or are you just here to be an arse?
Oh, don't worry. I'm here to provide assistance, at least for this part. But the moment you make your way inside, I think it best if I stay out here. Besides, we can still speak telepathically, so I can keep
Closes
an
the
eye out
door.
for you. So for the next minute or two, he doesn't realize the door is closed, so he's just like,
It's like when you don't realize you're muted.
Yeah.
exactly. And then he's just like, you
Well, you
closed the
say
door,
so-
didn't you?
See, that's my wheelhouse.
Well, isn't that sweet?
I wouldn't call it sweet. I would call it a thing.
You're
Whatever.
You're such a noble. It's fine.
Winnie gives Leopold just a shit-eating grin.
One of these days, I want to see a house on wheels. Also, we are a few minutes out.
All right.
Next campaign's an RV campaign. No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm here for this road trip.
Let's go.
Then
let's,
perhaps we should get to a spot that we can watch what's going on. Or
Hide.
yes,
Hide.
All right. I would like those planning the ambush to make me stealth checks.
I'm going to reiterate that my armor is off, so I do not have disadvantage.
What?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20. Thank you, God.
I feel like that is Winnie helping you get good stuff back from your dice.
Marcus is like getting into a stealthy position, going, "Oh, this is so much easier when I'm covered in armor. I'm doing this all wrong." Oh,
Shit.
there's the 18 for me for Leopold.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Halson got a 15. And Gable got a 25.
Nice.
So, Udazash,
Hi.
you see... Hello. You see Shale turn that corner to start heading towards the abandoned winery. And it's down a little ways. You kind of have to really walk just a little bit to separate from where stuff is still actively being used and people are. So when she turns, her pace quickens just a little bit.
Mhm.
And the two following behind follow closely. And when they are far enough into this abandoned part, you're maybe 40 or 50 feet from the winery when you hear the one in the armor go, "Oh, what's wrong, Shale? Don't have anything to say to your old compatriots, do you?" And Shale slows and stops. And she's right by the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And she turns with one of those expressions that's like, "I dare you to say something else." She says, "Oh, well, I figured if we're going to have a conversation, why not have it over a glass of vinegar?" The other says, "You know we still owe you for the last time you were in this city. It's kind of fitting you're picking a spot that we don't really have to worry about making a whole ton of noise in."
How close are these two right now?
They are about 30 feet from Shale. I'll say if you're trying to still stick with triangle, you're maybe 5 or 10 feet back. You rolled a 35 on your stealth earlier. You could be as close as you want to these dudes.
I mean, I've also got the range of ridiculous, but
This is also true.
in the telepathic bond, you're gonna hear, They're about 30 feet away from Shale, and they're looking to make moves. She is in the doorway if you don't see her right now.
I imagine, depending on where we are, we can probably at least see Shale standing in the doorway.
You can see her and hear some of the conversation sort of echoing out from that alleyway.
Then over the bond to Shale, Winnie will just say, "We're in position. Recommend when you're ready, darling."
Shale says, "Well, let's get on with it then, shall we?" And she is going to turn and walk into the bar area of the winery and walk all the way to the far wall. And she turns and just sort of leans against one of the tables that still remains standing. The two individuals sort of look to each other and they step inside. The one with the armor sets his helmet down on one of the tables. All right, so I'd give you the option of quick and painless. But considering that you took Zevran from us, I don't believe that's on the table anymore. And you hear, okay, real quick, thank you for the $50 tip. Holy crap. Thank you, Cleric. You're so sweet. I love you so much. Thank you. That's so generous of you.
A nice cleric came by
goodness.
just as a bad cleric
Yes.
came into the room.
I know.
Yes, I love you.
Thank you. The cleric just holds onto their holy symbol. Okay, that was another $50 from cleric.
Holy hell! Thank you.
Okay, cleric. I already confessed my undying love for you. Jesus. Okay, well, it's fucking cool. Thank you. I love you again. Intense intrigue, darkness, creepy. Okay, get myself back in the scene.
Yes. As they're grabbing their holy symbol, have I noticed who their god is? What this holy symbol is to?
Make me a religion check.
This is probably go bad, but she'd try.
Whoops, sorry, did it twice. Cleric.
8.
With an 8, I will give you that the holy symbol definitely does not match the white and gold of the robes. It's like a dark wrought iron holy symbol. You can't quite tell what it is, but you can tell it's not supposed to match.
Okay.
As they're getting close, Marcus is going to go over the telepathic bond. Basically just say, "Prompt and ready, just give me the cue. I got my eyes on the big guy first."
Same.
Can we see them?
Yes.
Okay. I will. Ahoy! I don't know what you all say.
So
Well, now I say ahoy.
Marcus is going to hear that and go, "I guess we say ahoy now. That I like that." And I take that as the cue. I start stealthing up behind the big guy with the armor as the other one's holding the holy symbol. And because my intent is not to kill, I'm going to do a palm strike right here at the back of the head as hard as I can to get him down and use that momentum to square off immediately with Cleric Boy.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack with advantage.
Can I move in on this as well?
Absolutely. At this point, if you guys want to spring the trap, you guys have free reign.
Yeah, because I'd like to move into the doorway, and you said Cleric Boy was grabbing that holy symbol. I think Udazash is like, I don't know what that god is. I want a closer look, and I am going to shoot at Cleric and try to nail him in the hand.
Okay.
To get him
Go ahead.
to both drop the holy symbol and also not exactly kill him immediately.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me an attack with advantage.
Okay. So that's a natural 20.
Yep, saw it pop up.
Yep.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's good.
For 32.
Oops.
I did say non-lethally, so you know, went for the hand. Thank you, Winifred.
I mean, he is grabbing the thing. Maybe it's just like it pierces through his hand, and the impact just right into his sternum.
I mean, I was picturing him doing a one of these or one of these, and so I was picturing like through the hand, but I guess it's gonna do more than that. Okay, let me do some
I
rolling.
will say, not only do they lose grip of their holy symbol, which clatters to the ground, you go ahead and roll damage, but just FYI, his hand is permanently ruined from the damage from that.
I'll take it. Okay. It's gonna be 2 of those. Do I need to separate any of these psychic, radiant? Okay.
No, you're good.
Jesus.
It's gonna be
Jesus.
2 of those.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Marcus, what did you get for your attack roll?
I got a 26.
That'll absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me, and I'm gonna do a thing. Zeb, do not worry about it. You're good. You're good. I appreciate it. That's so sweet.
What?
Don't you dare, Zeb.
Zeb says, "Oh, how I wish I was working. That $50 remaining is bugging me." You're good. You're good.
Totally get it. My little OCD is like, oh, it's so good, but like, yeah, no worries. That's gonna be a total of 22 damage. 22 non-lethal damage.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So it just cracks me up. In a different stream, I was doing the same thing non-lethal. He was like, CB, paint me a picture of how you non-lethally shoot somebody with a natural 20 that has a purple variant attached to it. Please tell me how you do this. And I'm like, I don't know. You damn.
Oh, Jesus.
I said non-lethal. He goes, yeah. No, denied.
Yeah. Cleric.
Cleric.
Don't you dare.
Cleric?
Jocelyn.
Don't you do it.
Jocelyn.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, if you want to see however the hell a 5 DMs versus 1 player stream will work, then
And there she goes.
well, that's the thing. We hit our goal.
I know for a fact that girl just worked hella overtime this week. so-
Jocelyn, thank you. Seriously, that is so
player.
much. Thank you. You are so nice. Thank you for that. It is wonderful. You are delightful. Thank you so much. Okay. But yes, now that with that confirmed, at some point there's going to be a 5 DMs versus 1 player, aka I'll be the 1 player.
Wild.
It's one
May your
shot.
weekend be filled with joy. Thank you.
Thank you. It's very sweet of you.
Uh-oh.
No. Picture.
I think the internet might have crapped out.
No.
Oh no, he got into like the best strike, and then the internet went, I can't handle this.
I was just 400 in magic. Hey, listen. I get it.
Bring yourself some joy.
Udazash, what was the damage that you dealt?
33.
Okay.
Oh.
Aha! Yay!
It's that time of the year, everybody.
Internet. We love it
Yeah.
so much. I will say, with a combination, I'm going to say the 33, and with his hand being ruined, the cleric is going to scream a little bit and just as there's just an arrow through his palm.
The funny thing being, the arrow then dissipates because it's out of my moon bow.
So it and then just
Yep, and
like anime.
Yep.
The bigger guy with the 22 damage gets clocked in the back of the head, and he stumbles forward a little bit. He tries to right himself a little. I'm going to treat this as he's getting one level of exhaustion because you hit him at just the right spot on the back of the head. But he is going to turn and look at you, Marcus. The hell? And like rear back with his great axe with the intention of hitting you back. Winnie and Leo, you guys have not done anything. Winnie, you raised your hand first.
So my intention then would be to wing Great Axe in the shoulder and give him a little spinny spin.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and do the thing. Go
Wait,
ahead
you're
and
doing
make your
what?
text.
I wanna wing him with an Eldritch Blast, but not
Oh,
actually
okay.
like full like.
Sorry, I heard Great Axe because what I'm going to do at the same time is as he rears that Great Axe back, is going to get yanked as I'm going to use my mage hand to try to stop it.
Hey,
Awesome.
That is invisible.
I love that.
teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Yeah,
it does.
Yes.
Maybe.
All right.
That's 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, okay. I made a strength check with disadvantage to see if he could hold on to his axe. Then that was 2 3s.
Good job, bud.
He's here.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I get 2 now. Fuck.
Jesus,
The second one's a natural 20.
criminy. Okay.
Join us. Join the natural 20s when we are doing non-lethal damage.
Yes. We get into a fight with a big bad. No one's rolling above a 10. We're like, fuck.
Right.
Cujo, do you do max damage plus roll?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Listen, I've got people who do multiple different things for crits. It's hard to tell from that.
yeah. Don't worry about it.
First one was a 4 damage.
Okay. Okay.
Second one is 15.
Okay. Lauren, would you like to recount the damage that you would have dealt just for funsies?
It'd be so hard because I do like 5 different types
That's
of
fine.
damage.
I
and
got
so
you.
Yeah. I appreciate. I will remember for next time, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
I just
So-
rolled everything, so no worries.
Okay. So he rears back with his axe, and then as something prevents his axe from moving, and then poof, poof, the 2 blasts
Just-
hit him. Yeah. Bam! Like smacks his head on a table, completely out cold. The one with the not arrow through his hand is still up, but with his holy symbol dropped and him not visibly armed, he looks to all of you. What is happening here? If you assault, you're assaulting members of the Brightshield Order. I promise you that you invite ruin upon yourselves if you... A stone arm, like from around the corner of the doorway, just bam, like back of the head, like he ricochets off of the ground and then settles. Well done, everyone.
Yes.
I am gonna cast Spare the Dying on both of them just to be safe.
Probably good for the cleric. As Halsin's Myrmidon form sort of returns to standing position, they sort of look at their gigantic stone arm, and there's some blood from the impact. But yeah, these 2 lie unconscious at your feet.
Bracelets.
You find a small bag of three additional bracelets in addition to the 2 that they are already wearing. The 2 that they are wearing are not activated. That gem is not glowing. And the 3 that are in the small bag are also inert at the moment. But you have the bracelets.
Did we see if there was a thing that when Dragonborn got the bracelet,
Mhm.
was there anything said, or was it just like did he activate it, or did someone activate it for him?
Someone activated it for him. Make me an Arcana check.
Can I offer help action as I saw it happen?
Sure.
Okay. Advantage.
Slay, thank you.
Come on, Hans.
We're not keeping that one. That's a natural one. We will keep that one. That's a 19. So 23.
Okay. With a 23, you examine these bracelets, and with what I'm going to assume that Winnie had shared everything that they had seen. You deduce that in order for these to be activated, a certain amount of magic has to be put into them. The equivalent of a first level spell slot is required in order to activate these. And I will also give you, given that you got a 23, that they last for a period of 8 hours.
That is good to know. While he's looking that over, I'm gonna go over to that holy symbol and pick it up and kind of give it one of these. Does anybody recognize who this is to? I don't know all the gods, especially in this plane, but it doesn't match his aesthetic. And usually clerics like to match their aesthetic.
I can give it a look, yeah, but Winnie, do you want to give it a first glance or work at it together?
Yeah, sure. Above table, religion is kind of Winnie's bag.
Yeah.
I know I had to spend a feat so I can learn things, and so I want to. But I was saying, what I can do is give you advantage for the help action because I have a +5 in religion, so
Rock.
you can take the lead on that one.
Do you have a 20 in int?
Who, me?
Me?
Marcus.
No, I'm proficient in religion, so.
Oh,
More for my
sorry.
proficiency.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was just like, when you say you have Arcana 2, I was like, he has more int skills than we think. Sorry, continue.
It's all good.
Marcus is a bright boy.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's a 21.
This is a holy symbol of Bane, the god of tyranny.
That was not who I was expecting, but okay.
So Winnie takes a look at the symbol and she kind of like recoils a little. It's the god of fucking tyranny.
Oh, no wonder it does not match the aesthetic. You know, I was kind of thinking that maybe it was gonna be like Tiamat. But this might be better or worse. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that this organization here will be about tyranny anyway. For starters, them. On top of that, what was that?
Storyteller, isn't one of her names the Scaled Tyrant?
You are correct.
Fuck me.
Okay, I have to ask a different question that's also going to be a part of that. And it's totally fine if I don't know anything, which I potentially don't. But because I went through the process that I went through in Baldur's Gate, and knowing who was connected, who is a part of the absolute as a whole, outside of the brain, is Bane still not? I mean, I guess they're still around. They were just. Never mind. Nope. I'm going into a spot that doesn't make sense. Nope. Continue. Yeah, I had to like think myself out of this. I'm like, I'm going too far.
It.
Nope.
I 100% get it. I have those
In the
moments too.
weeds.
Yeah, sometimes the creative mind puts us down a bunch of rabbit holes. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes, Laura.
Let's see. And I think I think Winnie will mention that. It's like, well, one of her names is the Scaled Tyrant.
Do you think she's like pretending to be the other one?
Probably not. I would imagine they have the same goal. They want control, they want power by all means necessary.
Devil's got a lot of pride, they do. I don't think she would hide who she is from nobody. I think she's working maybe with Bane, maybe using Bane. I don't think she's pretending to be nothing but herself.
My question comes back. Sorry. Okay, now it makes sense. A person is proudly displaying a holy symbol of Bane. Bane is one of the three with the absolute. Does that seem awkward? Does it seem like he was just flaunting it? Like
No.
not flaunting it, but like people saw that he would have a holy symbol. Is Bane worship normalized? I guess what I'm asking.
From where he produced the holy symbol, it was like in his robes.
Okay.
There is a symbol to Pelor around his neck,
Yeah.
but
I'm sure
when
he's
it
real
came
happy
time,
about
mhm.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, from the way you described it, it sounded to me like he was like pulling it out of a hidden spot.
Yes.
I want to look at the symbol of Pelor around his neck. I mean, I'm guessing it's a sham, or but I'm curious if this is actually like a usable, workable, authentic holy symbol of Pelor, or if it is just a facade.
You take a look, and it's kind of shoddy make. Like, it may as well have been picked up at like the Pelor gift shop, like, oh, this is plastic. Great, like, oh man, when I was looked at it behind the counter, it looked so nice and like metallic, and then you have it, and then you just get like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like getting like Mardi Gras beads, and you're like, I don't know where these have been.
Oh, they're flaking. Oh. Okay, yeah. So Marcus is gonna kind of see all that and just be like, I don't want to assume it's all of them, but I can already guess it's enough of them pretending to worship Pelor and really just worshiping Bane.
Ask me again why I wanted to leave.
I'm gonna go over to the other guy and just kind of claw around and just see, does he have another holy symbol? He didn't seem like a cleric of any kind, but is he sporting a holy symbol of Bane or someone else that we don't like?
He make me no. You don't see any holy symbol on him. His armor looks rather nice. The axe looks like it's pretty well made. But you don't see any religious iconography really on this individual in particular.
Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
right.
I figured I'd take a look.
We should bring them into the instead of doing this all outside.
Yeah.
I will also give you just one additional detail about the bigger guy. He looks a little too rough and tumble to be wearing armor that is as nice and well kept and clean. You guys have been around enough. Well, Marcus and Utazash have been around enough rough and tumble people to know when somebody gets like a gig that's like above maybe their pay grade, like recruiting from bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you described them as having like runic tattoos going down their face. Now that the NPC is unconscious, I'm going to search neckline, wrist up to the arm, and just waistline under the belt to see if there's anything like unique group tattoos, something that would make PJ go, is this guy a barbarian who's moonlighting as a fighter? Like, what is this guy's interaction? Is there anything else I should worry about?
And I'll just kind of give this to you because it's not like you're investigating necessarily. You can see similar tattoos on his arms and along his neckline, and you've definitely come across some of the more emotional fighters, I will refer to the barbarians as, in the past, and this one definitely strikes you. These are These are very how do I put this?
If
They
you had
seem
a
uniform.
path- If you had a path, would it be totem?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. And definitely as someone who specializes in runes and tattoos myself, I'm sure I'm just going, hey, that's good quality work right there.
As we're throwing these guys in the cellar.
You like toss the guy in the armor and just hear like pots and pans like rolling down.
Clang, 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 clang. Definitely. Actually, you know what? Since I am not a divinely aligned entity or character, I'm gonna take both Palor and Bane. I'm gonna put them on my body, and I'm gonna get my wrist, because I'm right now above table. I'm going with the assumption that this is a collective conspiracy, and we may have to flash one of these two symbols later.
Got it.
That's what's in my
That's
brain.
Okay.
Hey, storyteller.
How I?
So you said that the bracelets have to be activated by at least a level 1 spell slot, yes?
Yeah.
You remember how I could cast mage armor at will?
Yeah.
It's a level 1 spell.
It has.
So can I just boop, 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 boop?
Yeah.
Hey!
I don't even have to
We
lose a spell
love-
slot, crazy.
And ultimately, the
Warlocks.
question is: it a spell or a spell slot? Because those are
I'll treat it. That's fine. In my head, I was like spell slot, but then you propose that, and I'm like, well, okay, well, that's kind of shitty. Be like, no, it's different. Like, it's fine.
It is. It's technically the same amount of power.
Exactly. So that's fine. These bracelets just all now have mage armor. All right. Any last minute things before we take our break?
I'm gonna get out my pen and I'm gonna start just tattooing up, and that's about it.
Okay. All right.
I think we break and then we do more planning.
Sounds good. Well, to those in chat, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for the ridiculous amount of tips that just came through. Cleric, seriously.
Cleric.
We love you so much. That was so generous of you. And yes, I did see it in the chat earlier. Please don't feel pressured to tip. That is, you can support with words. You can support with liking, sharing, commenting, being a part of this. We value you just being a part of the show and just watching. So don't ever feel pressured to do anything like that, please. We love you all the same. So with this in mind, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. So go take your bio breaks. I spoiled the bestie. That's all. Take your bio breaks, get a snack, get a drink, do some stretching, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Bye. And welcome back, everyone. So, you have two very unconscious Brightshield Order members that are now in the cellar. You guys have some bracelets, and they are now activated, I assume. Okay. What happens from here?
What are these bracelets actually made out of?
They have the cord itself is leather, but there is this like gold and platinum like ring that connects the leather together, and that has the runes inscribed, and inset in that ring is a like a light blue gem that now glows with the magic, allowing you to pass through the anti-magic without problem.
I'm gonna like examine it fairly closely and give it a couple of tugs and everything. How durable do they seem?
Make me a investigation check.
Okay.
It's where my brain went. We're gonna go with that.
16.
The 16, they're pretty durable, you know. As long as that leather cord stays in place and nothing breaks, then it should remain active on your person. So you're pretty confident that they're gonna stay on you.
Okay, but what I'm saying is it's a leather cord. And
Mhm.
so an axe, an arrow, a knife, a
Mhm.
something. So Udazash will put hers on, and especially put it on kind of next to the one that she got from Queen Titania, which is like this nice, almost indestructible thing. And she's gonna go, so I was wondering, now that we are not going to be affected by the anti-magic thing, instead of turning off the anti-magic thing, what if we make everybody else that we encounter affected by the anti-magic thing?
Mm.
This
I
thing.
think Leo and Winnie make the same face.
You two are perfectly in sync every session.
I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it won't solve
that's-
all the problems, but if we want to sneak into the place and we come across people that like catch us and we've got to stop them and they are magic people and they're wearing the bracelet, like just shoot bracelet off. You know, chop bracelet off. You punch bracelet off. There's just cord.
Punch bracelet off.
It's just a piece of leather. It's nothing. It is easy. And then they have no magic.
That isn't a bad idea.
I suppose if we're on the way in and we run into trouble, get the bracelet off them.
I also had an idea.
Okay.
Because we're trying to figure out if we're going to sneak in and stuff and where and how. And he looks down at the gruffer of the two.
Mhm.
And you see from the bottom up, he turns into that person. Could wait, I could bring you in as a prisoner of sort. Easy access if you are allowed in without. Am I doing this correctly? I don't know how you sound.
Shale's like, you're doing great, darling. Keep it going.
Okay. So thinking if you can be the other one, and he looks at Udazash and Marcus, but then looks directly at Udazash. We have another dragon. We walk in.
Then
That's
figure
the
out
old-
where they're just holding everybody and go directly there.
Well, yeah, because we'd be bringing you there because why am I still in this? Oh, stuck.
I've heard of that. They call it method acting. You get into character and then you just stay in character. It's very, very cool.
Also, the life of nobility, you kind of have to remember to be prim and proper. So that's also a form of performance, not fun. But if we bring you all to the prison, then we can break everyone out of the prison, get them bracelets, maybe, and then we escape.
That could
A
work.
full
Yeah,
Leo, we could do a full jailbreak.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes, we could.
You know, we could even
Goes
I
back to
started-
normal Leo.
I started like 3 thoughts and I realized there's like nothing there. So never mind. Please continue.
I'll look to Winnie will look to Shale. It's like, do you have a way of and I'll nod my chin to the cleric on the floor.
Sorry, is Winnie asking if Shale can turn into the cleric?
Yeah. Because I
Oh.
figured that'll make Shale feel a little more comfortable as opposed to
Oh,
having to
fair.
be
Mm.
the bounty, as 'twere.
Well, we have 5 bracelets.
Mhm.
So I guess I think when Winnie asks that question, that'll be Udazash will ask. So actually, there are 5 bracelets and there are 7 of us. Are we all going? And then some people, because I think I'd probably be okay without a bracelet, but I don't know. And she'll pull the bow off her back. I mean, if I'm going in as a prisoner, I probably shouldn't have the bow with me, but eventually I'm going to need the bow. Because
Yeah.
eventually I'm going to need the bow. But, like, are we all going? And some of us just won't have, and we're going to have to get bracelets?
I can just say this: I'm the only one that don't really need that. Me. So if you need to take my bracelet off, I can still do some damage. Plus, if we're coming up against officers that have these as well, already active, I would imagine we could just take it from them, beat them up, do a switcheroo. Just grab,
True.
snatch one more for us, one less for them.
But hopefully we would do that after we find out where they're holding the prisoners, because we want to free everybody first, because then we have dragon army.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That actually, that seems shockingly simple.
Leo, this is a very good idea.
Yeah. Great job, Leo.
Thank you. I realized we didn't have to just let them go to waste.
But Winnie will look to Shale again. It's like, do you want to?
I can do minor changes. A full change like that is a bit out of my purview, but you can bring me in as well.
We've already asked a lot of you.
It's fine. I think when this is all said and done, this will be a much needed bit of closure for me. So, it's fine.
Or, Shale, I can offer another option that would be very helpful, maybe, especially if we've got the thing still going on where we can, and in the telepathic bond, you'll hear Urizash say, talk into everybody's mind. It might be very helpful to have somebody on the outside who could, like, alert us about what is going on, so that when we're bringing dragon army out, you could say, oh, they're doing stuff over here and don't go this way and stuff like that. So if you want to stay outside and be our, what do they call that? Person on outside. There's like a term for that. I don't remember what it is.
I believe it's just person on the outside, yes.
That might be real helpful. And then you don't have to come in as prisoner, but it would still be real helpful.
All right, I can do that. I'll keep a watchful eye. Does this mean you're taking Master Halson with you? And Halson, at this point, finally, like the form shifts back, and there's this flash of a greenish light, and their himbo self returns. I can become quite useful if you wish my support.
I think also you know some of the people that are going to be in there, so...
This is true.
Right.
Plus, you'll have the benefits of my druidic abilities beyond just magic as well. I believe that these will allow me to retain whatever form that I choose to take while inside. Namely, owlbear or bear. I prefer bear, but owlbear is available as well.
You know, yeah, that'll do it. I suppose then, you want I should put, and Winifred looks to the group and points to the cleric. You want I should put that face on?
It's not a bad idea.
All right.
I guess I chose the fight, the Gruffo one, because I could be the cleric if you would like to be the other one.
That I think that might be a bit of a departure for me.
It's a departure for me too.
You did such a good job, though.
I will hope to continue doing a good job while we're inside.
Okay.
I have faith you can, Leo.
Then Winnie will take the face of the cleric.
And he will also shoot back up.
Halson will gesture for Marcus's bracelet, if I may.
Take it off. Here you go. Give it to him.
Actually,
And,
no, you guys will all be able to have one.
Yeah,
heck yeah.
If
Never mind, just kidding.
so,
because I'm
wait,
assuming Gable's not coming. So
Gable's
Yeah.
not coming.
Gable's in the corner like, oh no, please. I'm perfectly fine.
Gable's not coming. Udazash is going to be prisoner, so shouldn't have one. Shale's going to be prisoner, so shouldn't have one. At least not one that's.
well, Shell's staying outside. So
Shale's staying outside, so yeah, even better. So Marcus also is technically prisoner, just in a different way. So yeah, if so, I guess if Udazash and Marcus can hide theirs, they can keep theirs on. Does anyone have Need like looks at your bow? I can't carry. I guess I could carry that saying it was yours, but I wouldn't want to give it up either. I can carry it, I guess, because it's your weapon.
I guess if I'm going to be a prisoner, then I shouldn't have it.
I was thinking
No.
of those bags that are quite deep, but I don't have one of those.
Oh, shite. Yeah, no, I've got one of those. Shite.
Oh,
Oh, okay. And she'll take
I'm
off.
forgetting I have the bag of fucking holding.
Yeah, and so I'll take off the bow. And I'll give you my bow and the bag that's around my shoulders, which has all my random shit and the alchemy jug. And then you'll watch as she looks at the bracelet that Queen Titania gave her, and she's gonna look at it real long, and she's gonna go, I think I could get away with that, right? I really don't want to take it off.
I don't think you need to take it off. It looks more like an accessory, not necessarily a necessity.
Okay, good. I think that would make her real upset if I took that off. And I'd rather deal with that entire place in there than anger Queen Titania.
I don't know the context of this Titania person. But if you want, I could be like, oh no, don't take the bracelet because you'll get cursed. You'll turn into a million maggots or something. I don't know.
That sounds good. Your plans so far have been excellent. We go with that. Absolutely. And I hand over my stuff.
Did I hand it?
Those in the bag.
Yeah. I'm like,
Welcome,
Okay.
Raiders. Welcome in.
Hello,
Hi,
Raiders.
everybody.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
then we all.
Hello.
Do I think I need to take off the armor too? Or,
Meh.
like, you've caught me while I was
Yeah. I think
in battle, and so
I mean,
armor.
above board, I feel like they would take people, and then if they need to put them into scrubs or whatever, which I hate the idea, they would do it there. They wouldn't do it yet. Because typically, the Baldur's Gate, your stuff goes into a chest outside of the room. So they probably take it there.
I would
So with
imagine
that in
there's
mind-
some level of like processing. They have to like take your inventory away from you.
Yeah.
So they can.
Yeah.
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 So with that in mind, I'll take the bracelet that is the anti-magic, that
Yes.
one. And I'm going to Udazash has under her armor, right where her tail, basically right under where her tail meets the flap for where her armor and her clothes are, there's like a little hidden pocket right there. And she's going to like reach under, and it's this awkward little bit because
Kind of
it's
turning in a circle.
Yeah, it-
Yes, I'm quite familiar with the itch that's back there, that when you scratch it, it feels amazing.
It's that too. It's that too. But it's very intentionally in an awkward place, so people don't think to look there. And you watch as she kind of does that, and then she comes out with a piece of paper. She's like, "I forgot that was there." Oh, my.
It's like a grocery list.
She opens it up for a second, and anyone who's looking will see it's a list of names. And she goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." And she'll fold that back up, and then she'll put the bracelet with that, and then stuff it back, and it'll just be in that pocket right there.
All right.
If they think to look there, then they're very smart. I've never had anyone look there.
Oh, all right. Oh, God. Oh, this feels weird.
Hey, Winnie, you missing one piece of the puzzle, though, Shay.
What?
I walk up and I take out the necklace of Pelor, and then I take out the necklace of Bane, and I say, if you look in the pot, you gotta walk the pot. And I'm so sorry, Cher. And I put that necklace right across your neck.
Make a wisdom. No, I'm just kidding.
This is a face. This is a face that Winnie makes when she has to put on the Bane amulet. Just
Yeah, I'm also like,
stinky
oh,
face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stinky face.
I
I
think
don't
if
like it.
anyone,
I don't
if,
like it.
no one does, but I think your goddess will totally understand.
No, she's all right. All right. Let's get this over with and get these fucking people out of here.
Halson says, agreed. The sooner the better. And his form shrinks into that of a rat that crawls up Winnie's form and rests on her shoulder.
Gonna like hide him under the hair.
Mhm. All right. So,
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. He will. How long does it last? Yes. Oh.
Ooh.
Ugh. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to. I will have no 3rd level spell slots left. Which is okay. I can get it back if need be. But he will like look at himself and like start to just like prep what he needs to do, just like an actor going before they go into an audition, just trying to prep everything. But then he may I place my hand on your temple, Winnie?
Oh,
Winifred.
Winnie's fine. Yeah.
Winnie. Okay. He will place hand on your temple, place hand on his own temple, and you'll hear nothing actually for the longest time because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But then he will start speaking unconsciously, doesn't realize he's speaking in deep speech. And as he does, again, the kind of slickness comes over him, the kind of viscosity. And as he lets go, he'll go, okay, do you feel different? I don't know if this worked or not.
I don't know. Do I feel different, Omega?
You should be more persuasive or just charismatic. I think if it didn't work, then it didn't work. I have cast at 3rd level enhanceability on both of us.
Eagle Splendor.
Well, in 2024, it's just charisma, and then you have advantage on all ability checks using that chosen ability.
sweet.
So if we're
So
I've already
performance, intimidation, persuasion, and deception.
I've already got a +9 to deception, y'all.
Damn.
Nice.
All
Let's
right.
go. Let's do this.
So,
Before I freak out.
that's
Just like,
great.
huh.
You all begin the walk. Go ahead and give me deception checks here first to like walk through the main thoroughfare on the way to the enclave.
Okay. Does anybody have like a guidance or something? I don't know. Just
From- From everybody, or
Wait,
just from guards, or
Just,
No, I don't have guidance.
We'll do everybody because it will include our 2 not prisoners but kind of prisoners.
natural 20.
yes.
Fuck you, I don't need it. Oh, that was actually a natural 1 on the other one. Thank God.
Also, hold on. I fucked up. There we go. Also a nat 20.
Damn.
Oh,
I didn't roll a 20, but I rolled an 18. So with +9, that's a 27.
Jesus.
yeah, mine is a 24. I only have a 4.
Mine's a
deception.
21.
And to Utazash.
Oh,
So
no.
mine's a natural 1 for an 8.
Okay.
Fuck.
Ooh.
I think Utazash is overacting. I think she is acting. And so
For
she's
the
like
back
punch-
fucking row.
Exactly. I think she is absolutely overdoing it to the highest extent. It's just ridiculous. She is snarling and snapping and is just absolutely like overdoing it in every way, shape, and form.
Leo looks at Utazash and just,
chill?
I am prisoner. I'm not chill.
Woody, you making a bold choice, and I appreciate that about you.
Or I've learned that silence can do you wonders.
I will try to be silent. Don't tell me to be silent. And then in Draconic, she'll start to swear at you.
This is fantastic.
No idea what's being said. It's like,
And it's just a
boy.
long string of and every once in a while a little bit of
significant look between Leo and Winnie. Just no.
Udazesh is
okay.
really, really going for that highlight reel for that Oscar nomination. Just
Exactly.
that one scene that plays.
Dude, the rent is due, and Udi is here.
Listen.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
All right.
Here we
So-
go.
Thank you to your 2 natural 20s, because I'm so sorry.
As you all move through the street towards the enclave, there are some other Brightshield Order guards that are sort of about on patrol who sort of glance over, and the charisma from both from Marcus, Winnie, and Leo cover up the hamming it up that Udazash is doing as a prisoner, and they all just sort of gesture with a nod and continue on their patrol. As you make it to that the boundary, one of those heavily armored individuals sort of steps up. Found more, did you?
As we're walking up, before we get there, there's a moment where Leopold's not true self, but just like him shows through for just like a quick moment because he realized he forgot to ask something. He goes, huh? And then Shale will hear, what are their names?
Carrick and Rennick.
Which is which?
You're Carrick. Winnie is Rennick.
Did you hear that?
Mhm.
Okay. And then get to the we have found interloper and the friend who tried to protect them.
I know you rolled a natural 20, but I like the idea that when you spit, it doesn't like actually leave. It just like falls down his chin.
It's like when Mulan tries to be a boy. She's like,
Yup. Shit. The guards thought you two were off duty tonight.
Well, we were gonna go get a drink or something, but then got hit in the butt, and I didn't appreciate that, so we're bringing him in.
And this one?
Just loud.
Yeah, he seems like a loud one.
Mentally, Marcus, I'm sorry.
he's just like, he's okay. I'm whammy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He says, right this way. Your timing's pretty fortuitous. He's here. And they gesture for you to follow.
Again, just for a moment, eyes widen, go back. Shell, who's he? Oh, sorry. They said something about he's here with an emphasis on he. Do you know who a he could be?
Shale says, I don't know. I've only been inside that building a handful of times. I could not tell you which individual they're talking to.
Tartar sauce. I can't
Tartar sauce.
I can't do anything about this because I am already
Tartar sauce?
Never mind.
Okay, so through the telepathic bond, Winnie will just ask, Leo, do you need to be focused on the new shape, or can you listen in?
No, it's not focusing on a new shape, it's focusing on us being better at lying.
Ours. Okay. Well, you know what? Context clues. We'll figure out the context clues. It'll be fine.
But if I have to, I can switch over. It just means we will be worse at lying.
I'm not gonna. I'm already pretty damn good at lying.
I'm not.
Anything. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Nobles don't have to lie. We just have to get what we want. I learned it from my mother, unfortunately.
I'm part Fae.
At any
Makes
point,
sense.
if you need Marcus and I to just stop being prisoners and start like killing people, let us know.
No.
Oh, we are surrounded. We are surrounded.
Walking.
You are led.
Slay.
LB, baby, I need you to clip that, please, my love. I need the gif. I need the gif yesterday. Thank you.
I'm a woman's man. No time.
It's like the birdcage.
Oh my god.
It's just like the channel John Wayne.
Oh.
See, you went Birdcage. I went Spider-Man 3.
Holy shit.
Okay,
Both are valid. Both are valid. Both are valid.
Too swishy? No, I just
Oh,
you won't
Toby.
like that.
Oh my god. That was hilarious. Oh my god, I love this group so much. You all step into the Enclave, and initially you're greeted with this sort of great hall-looking room where there are sconces along the walls, sort of wide open floor with all sorts of different. This is like a secondary barracks almost. You see different weapons along the walls. You see supplies. You see ammunition. Like, this is clearly the go-to spot if anybody means to cause any problems in the area. You are led through a series of corridors, and everything looks well kept. Everything looks clean. It's clear that this building does still show the wear and tear of its time in Elturel, but there has been a lot of care put into restoring it from any. I'm going to watch that clip nonstop when we're done tonight. There's been a lot of care with restoring it until you get to one particular room. The heavily armored guard leads you into what looks like the office for the owner of the keep. It seems there's a large desk on one side of the room. There are coat of arms and flags that sort of broadly display the Brightshield Order's symbol. And he steps in a little bit and presses on one particular stone on the ground. And you watch as the stone floor starts to sink a little bit, one chunk at a time, until a staircase is revealed that leads to a tunnel. He says, "Oh, I'm pretty sure he's down there. Pretty sure he wouldn't mind one more. So, go on. I'll make sure your pay is doubled."
Much obliged.
All right, well, have fun, he says while looking at Udi. And he,
Winnie gives Udi like a little shove to sell it.
the guard sort of stands by the entrance, but he just sort of gestures for you all to step in, clearly allowing you all to handle your business. 2 natural 20s on this deception check. You basically skipped over a lot of shit, so that's fine. That's good.
Woo!
So, go
Yep.
ahead.
Nope. Just
Okay.
come on. He will do the thing, and as he's moving behind Marcus, he goes, I'm so sorry. He pushes Marcus. All right, move.
I'm gonna sell the hell out of it. I'm gonna be on head whip, arms up. I'm like, ugh, and I fall and I tumble. But as I'm absolutely just Shawn Michaelsing it, I'm on the ground. I'm like,
Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
That's wild.
We're HBK fans here.
I love me some sweet chin music.
Mhm.
Bow.
Yeah.
I was a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I'm wrestling in the main event tomorrow.
Oh my
Anyway.
God,
Do this
Slay.
tomorrow? Hell yeah.
It's gonna be a really hard match. It's gonna be great, but anyway, you all make your way down to the bottom floor of where this tunnel stretches out, and you realize something. Your bracelets are still active. And this is something I should have illustrated before. When you were passing through the barrier, you still had access to your arcane abilities, your spells, your active. Everything was still on, but there was this pressure, almost like a very light migraine, just kind of weighing on you.
Okay.
That feeling as you get to the bottom of the staircase is gone.
Oh, I knew it.
What does that mean?
You can see that the tunnel continues forward and then sort of curves to the right, where you can see light being emitted from whatever is around the corner that is green and sort of flashing a little bit. And you can hear this low chanting sort of echoing out from that chamber ahead of you.
Are we at this point alone?
Yes.
Okay. I think at this point, Uzash stops and kind of looks around, and then the telepathic bond is like, are we sneaking at this point? I don't know if I want to just walk in on him. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Have we seen? We haven't seen any cells, anything yet. I assume.
No.
Okay. He's well. We have to continue. We have to know where they are. So we're going to run into him, or him, whoever it is.
Yeah, but I think it sounds like he's doing a thing, and if he's doing one of the things that fills one of those lanterns,
Then I can stop him.
yes, but we want to help you stop him, and if we go walking on in,
Of
and
course. Yes, I'm saying that we don't know, and we have to still see. So for now, we're going to walk around the corner as if you two are prisoners, and if we see something that's not what we want, then we can handle it.
We could also, still in the telepathic bond.
Yeah, all this into it. Yeah.
Master Halson,
Yes,
would you be able to go take a look for us?
I can. And the rat skitters down, and then you see it make its way up,
Make him away.
around, and making my way to the corner. And why does that make me shiver? You see his teeny little rat head sort of peek around the corner. Oh, there aren't Brightshield down here. There are fiends down here. There's
What?
some sort of spell circle, and one of the dragonborn. They lie upon a stone slab in the center of it. They're conducting some sort of ritual, and I have seen that item before, that black lantern-looking object.
Shit. Oh, all right. We won't be any good to the rest of the prisoners if we get dead immediately. We need to figure out where they are.
I do. Hold on. And you see his form very slowly creep around the corner. I do see there are cages on the sides of the room. They're filled with those of the dragon lineage or dragonborn. I count at least 12.
Are they still alive?
Yes.
Oh, thank the matron.
Okay, then the question I have, um, once we round this corner, I feel like we're about to repeat what happened in the tower. Um, are we prepared to fight our way out of this?
I was born ready for this. Just
That's
let me know.
not true.
You watch as Udazash just holds a shaking hand out to Winifred.
I don't know if we've got a choice, Leo.
There's one commanding them. A red-scaled dragonborn. I can't quite get a good look, but it's clear he's the one in charge.
If we want to go and do this with any amount of diplomacy, number one, time is of the essence, and number two, power is on their side. So if we really want to do that, we got to go for that big guy first. We got to go fast. We got to go hard. We got to go scary so that they think it's better to listen to us than their own damn selves. If we really want to do that for whatever reason, then we got to do it now, and we got to do it nasty. Are you ready?
He looks at everybody, and you can tell again, this is a person who is not an adventurer, not a killer. Doesn't think about killing first ever. And he's learning from these three. And he looks at Winnie probably last, and he will nod his head. So be it.
I can stop the ritual as soon as we round the corner.
Good.
But I need my bow.
I will draw the moon bow out of the bag of holding and hand it to Utazash.
I'll take it and take the bag. And you watch as Udazash like takes a very deliberate moment, almost as though she's trying to prove to everybody around her that she is not going to just rush in to just like set herself up and steady herself. When we go around the corner, I will stop the ritual. And then we take out the red dragonborn. And then I open up all the cages.
They're not going to stop.
No.
Neither
won't.
will I.
That's why we have to ask ourselves if we are ready for this. Because they won't stop them. Yeah, maybe we don't want this entire place coming down on our heads, but right here, right now, what we can control is the fact that they have committed to this. And we have to commit against them. Are you ready to do what is necessary?
Yes.
Leo, I know it's your first time. If you want to do this differently, I'm all ears. But this is going to be rough, no matter what we do.
Oh, I don't really think there's a choice in the matter.
You always got a choice, Leo. Just when you choose.
He looks at Utazash, and you can tell that this is someone who is not torn at the idea of helping someone. That's not the issue. But it has seemed like every answer to problems has been killing with every time we've seen. So he is just trying to just take that into consideration and understand it all. He's not going against or rejecting what they are saying. But he will look
think-
at you and he will It feels like also we're intentionally like we're done with the games. We're gonna walk around and get stuff started.
Yeah.
He will look at Udazash, and then you will see the disguise drop, but it doesn't drop back to Leo's human form. It drops, and you see the tentacles, the purple gray skin. And in deep speech, you won't understand it, but he'll say, "I'll be watching." And as he says that, you get a rush of energy as he casts haste on you.
I think there's a moment in the telepathic bond when he looks at Udazash and where Udazash doesn't read it the same way. And she starts to say, I will not blame you if you walk away. This is just because I am going to go in there. I will not think less of you if you do not. And then you do that. And then the grin on her face changes from feral to like celebratory. Let's thank you.
Okay, yeah. And in the same bonus action, he just heightens himself. I'm gonna activate my innate sorcery to boost myself. And with that, I think Leo is at least about to start rounding the corner with Uzash. It sounds like this is the time. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's +2 to AC and a second action and an advantage on Dex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that a haste on everyone or only Udazash?
Just Udi.
Got it. Cool.
Any other preparations you guys wish to make?
Dex saving throws, not Dex.
Checks.
Ability checks. Yeah.
Thank you.
How tall is this hallway?
I'll say 15 feet tall.
So a large-sized creature would fit here.
Yeah.
I activate the rune of the pit fiend and become large-sized.
Okay. All right. Winnie, anything for you? You don't have to. I'm just curious.
No. It's more of a moment. It's not real, honest to God's preparation. She's very compact. There's not a whole lot to prepare on her end of things. What with the 2 spell slots. But she'll look at Leo. And Leo, when you make eye contact, you can tell that Winifred is not the type to relish in battle. She doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to bring harm to people. But in weighing that desire for peace against the fact that there are people in cages and souls being taken for a greater, darker purpose, she will set aside that desire for pacifism.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he notes it. I think he gets hard decisions. I also think there's a level of naivete with him being so young and noble that he just hasn't seen a lot. So it's easy to not judge, because he's not judging, but it's easy to look at the other side. But still, he is with the group.
As Marcus grows and gets ready to go, there's a heavy sigh. If you ever talk to a soldier, not a single one of them relishes what they do, but it's their job because it unfortunately works. It has to get done. So he just steels himself. Let's do this dance, us. Let's go. And reluctantly lets his training do the work.
Okay. You all round the corner and see a large chamber with walls that go up maybe 30, 40 feet. There are pens along the sides that go up to maybe 5 foot tall, where you can see many dragon-blooded individuals and dragonborn trapped inside. In front of you, you can see several what look like low-level fiends, just creatures that have been armed with some sort of roughly crafted iron swords or spears, just a few of them. There are 2 standing next to this stone slab that rises from the ground about 3 or 4 feet. Upon it has a brass scaled dragonborn who is restrained to this slab by chains that extend down along the ground and attach to 2 fiends that just sort of hold them in place. These chains seem to be living of some sort of enchantment, some fiendish glamour has been attached, so they're restrained, as a mage at the back is reading from a tablet that looks like it was formed from lava rock. It's just black and it's porous, but you could see a little bit of a glow of some sort of aura from whatever he is reading in not abyssal shit. Brain. Infernal, thank you. And on this sort of almost ceremonial second level, it's clear that this chamber was some sort of worship chamber. On this little podium where you would expect an idol of worship to be, you see a red-scaled dragonborn with black iron armor that looks heavy and rusted in certain spots, with a large, intimidating looking great axe in one hand. He's just sort of leaning on it. And he smiles a little as the ritual continues. And you all notice something about this individual. Something strange and out of place on his form. His left arm is not a red-scaled dragonborn's arm. You see a frail, almost emaciated hand that has been attached to his arm where it was once severed. Its flesh is stretched across the bones as you look and see Archon the Cruel, whose eyes dart up and look at all of you. Oh, thank God. I was really thinking this was going to be too boring. And he heaves the axe on his shoulder. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh,
next
In
episode.
the telepathic bond, you hear Udazesh go, "Is that the hand I saw in that book?"
That would be correct, as Archon is the current bearer
Yep.
of the hand of Vecna.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. Ah,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Does anyone have an extra taste? I could really.
I
I'm gonna throw
am
up.
going to
Great.
give you guys a little bit of help.
Oh, thank God.
Beyond Halson.
You all are going to gain a level.
Okay.
I want to extend you guys a little bit of help, considering it's been quite a while since I've given you guys a level outside of the birthday tips. So you guys have more than earned it at this point, and you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
But to everybody who tuned in tonight, for all of the new followers, welcome to the Chronicle. To the amazing support from Cleric, thank you so much. That really means the world. Thank you for helping us meet our goal. Look forward to a one shot that's going to be 5 DMs versus one unlucky player. I still have no idea how that's going to work, but we will figure it out. Before we sign off and prepare for a raid, we have a wonderful cast that we want to shine a light on. So, my beautiful cast, let them know where we can find you and what are you working on at this time.
I'm sorry, my brain is broken thinking about
You're
how
welcome.
I get to fight Arkin with the hand of Vetgun. My dreams and my reality is beautifully broken, and I'm so excited to die by this Dragonborn's hand. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. She, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. Thank you.
Yeah. Omega here, also known as Cryptbar. Cryptbar across all social media channels. You can find me all the places are there. And if I'm not there, then I'm not there. Check my socials. I do too many active plays, too many things to really try to name. I'll shout out Thursday. I am on Black Native Ruined over on twitch.tv/Captain Robear. Actually, I will say Monday, you will find me over on twitch.tv/Stella Luna for the second part of a sponsored Urban Shadows 2E game. It's already very, very emotionally driven, and it's about to be even more so. So definitely check that out. All the numbers help because we are going to be hoping to continue a relationship with the group that we're sponsored with, to continue this story. Because it's already good. So if you can stop by at least for a bit, help with the statistics that we're going to be giving back to the sponsors. That is again twitch.tv/Stella Luna. That's me.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet as usually some iteration of _Laura Tutu on all of the social medias that I actually bother to deal with. It depends on the day. As far as what other things I'm doing, the easiest way to figure that out is go to my website, lauratutu.com. Obviously, I'm here every Friday. You can also find me every Wednesday over at Rebels Without a Castle for some more D&D 5e set in the world of Vastra, written by my friend Zach Savage Lore, and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and oh my god, so much fucking vampire. If you want to come hang out with me over at Folk and Myth.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. Not 20 Productions official in the chat. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, every website. That's me. If you see this bearded face, you're in the right place. You can find me here on Fridays for Critic Chronicles and Shadows over Baldur's Gate. Currently working on a bunch of stuff. And I'm also doing a lot of other things, and I might need your help. So please check out Dungeons Divided on social media, as well as my social media, so that we can make awesome stories together. That being said, more details as I can let you know, just go to my socials. Back to you, Cujo.
And I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the place at either Cujo Plays Games for personal rants and ravings, or you can follow us at Critic Chronicles on all major social media platforms, not the bad one. You can follow that for show updates, or stream updates, highlights, announcements and things. You can catch us Thursday nights playing Tales of the Valiant, which is sponsored by Kobold Press. Thank you, Kobold Press, for the sponsorship. As a reminder, oh my God, Hannah, I love you. As a reminder, for the next month, tell your friends. Any new followers that come onto the channel will be added into a giveaway for a starter set of Tales of the Valiant. Seriously, if you like D&D 5th edition, Tales of the Valiant is a fantastic expansion on the system. It's got so many wonderful mechanical goodies in there. If you don't want to watch me on this channel, you can catch us on Wednesdays over at Nerd Immersion playing Phandelver and Below, where the next session is going to be the final battle of that adventure before we start branching out into some backstory stuff. So, but with all that to be said, we're going to go ahead and get a raid set up for Folk and Myth. They are playing some Vampire the Masquerade. Tell them I sent you. But in the meantime, seriously, thank you guys so much for tonight. This game is seriously, it's so much fun, and we're so thankful to have you guys tune in and support and like and share and all of that stuff. Having you guys around is pretty damn awesome. So thank you. Don't forget the Crit Awards nominations are still open. So go, if you find that you really like a content creator of TTRPG or a character artist or a map designer or what have you, go and support them, vote for them, give them a nomination on the Crit Awards. We want to recognize the hard work of some creatives in this space. So I love you. Please be nice to each other, and we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.